Hello, welcome to A Taste of Torah with Rabbi Carol. This week we are looking at Parsha Noach, and we are studying the third Aliyah, or the third section of this weekly Parsha, which is found in Bereshit, Genesis chapter 7, verse 17 through chapter 8, verse 14. Most of us are familiar with the story of Noach, and at this point in the story, he and the animals are in the ark and have been there for some time. And as we read in this Aliyah, we see how God describes the water, that it was rising and increasing and increasing. And Noah was safe here in the ark along with the animals. Now, as I said, they'd been there for some time. Can't imagine what it must have been like. It might have been a little hot in there. It could have been a little smelly, as a lot of different animals were in there. And by now, the water has got up and it covered the mountains, which means it had to be very, very high to cover those mountains. But let's look at this verse in the Aliyah, chapter 8, verse 1. It says, God remembered Noah and every living thing and all the livestock with him in the ark. So God caused a wind to pass over the earth, and the water began to go down. And the next 13 verses of our Aliyah tell us how Adonai made the water begin to disappear. Noah opened the window of the ark and sent out a raven to see if he could find dry land. The raven didn't come back. It kept flying around. Then he sent out a dove. And do you know what the Hebrew word for dove is? Yonah, like the prophet, who also had a lot of water to deal with. But that's another story. So the dove couldn't find a place at first, and he returned, and a week later Noah sent it out again, and that time it returned with an olive leaf. And this was all part of the process of God bringing Noah and his family and the animals out of the ark. Finally, the water is cleared and the top is taken off. So God protected Noah and his family. And in the same way, he will protect you and me. He may not make a big ark for us, but he's always there and he's always watching over us. And that is so important for us to remember. Sometimes we get overwhelmed by situations that we find ourselves in and we're not sure what to do and we don't see a way out. But God always has a way, and he always takes care of his children, and you are his child. And Tehillim Psalm 94:14 puts it this way: Adonai will not desert his people. He will not abandon his heritage. So no matter what you're going through today, you need to understand that God is with you. He has not forgotten you, and he will make a way for you in the midst of whatever circumstance you find yourself in. So I pray a blessed weekend as we prepare for Shabbat in a couple of days. And if you are here on Long Island, as always, I invite you to join us at Beth Emanuel at exit 61 of the Long Island Expressway. If you're out of town, somewhere else in the country or world, you can join us here on YouTube or Facebook as we live stream. God bless.